from Gunut Lane Jewellery. Today we're going to be working on a ring, and this is one of the rings we're going to be working on. I also have a couple of other examples I'm going to show you. So there's this one here with the oval stone in it. This is not patinaed yet. So that one. And this one that has been patinaed with just a small stone in the middle. And it's a little bit different shape, this one. This one's oval shape, where this one was a round shape. And we've got this one here, which has just got a small stone in the middle, and it's a smaller circle as well. And the one that I'm wearing is square, as you can see there, with the oval stone in it, and just wired across crossways. Okay, so just let me get all my supplies together, and I'll get back to you. Okay, back with you. So what we're going to be needing is some 18 gauge wire. I'm using copper wire. You can use whatever you like. Just going to flush cut the end of that wire there. And we're going to measure off just roughly, it depends on your ring size really, but 7 inches of wire is a good start. If you want to make a massive big one, then you know, go 8, 9 inches, whatever. But 7 inches is pretty good for a standard size ring. So 7 inches, which is 18 centimetres. Oh, okay, I need that back to measure. Goodness, Linda. Let's hope everything goes better this week with my video than it did last week. All right, 7 inches, and I'm flush cutting that as well. Okay, so I'm using Beadsmith mandrel. I haven't got the end on it. That's why I was looking for the word Beadsmith. It's not there. It's on the handle. So the size I'm using at the moment is, I think it's the 5th one down. 5. Yeah, it might have been the 5th one, 5th or 6th. It doesn't matter. Just choose a size that you think you'll like. So we're just going to bend that around the mandrel. Just like that. Bringing it around. Now I'm just going to get my flat nose pliers. And I'm coming in, and I'm going to bend that wire that way. I have to turn it over to do this. And I'm coming in there. Oops, if I can get hold of it. Slippery. Goodness. Stay still. I'm bending that one that way. Please don't let me have another one like last week. Excuse me. Okay, so we've got that shape there. Now I'm just going to grab my bench block and my metal hammer. I'm just going to give that a bit of a pounding there. That's enough. It's just really to strengthen your wire. Okay, so we've got that shape going there. Now, oh, I did forget something. I'll be back in a second. I forgot my ring mandrels. Okay, back with you. One of the most important things making a ring is a ring mandrel, and I forgot it. Can you believe that? Oh my God. All right, Linda, come on, get yourself together. All right, so we've got our piece. We've got the shiny side up, and I'm going to choose, say a size 8, pretty average size. I'm just going to hold it with my thumb, and I'm using this black mandrel because it has the numbers on it, where my metal one doesn't have the numbers on it. So Just going to bring that around to the other side, just like that. So that's what it should be looking like. Take that mandrel off. Now with these, I'm going to cut them down. Sorry, I'm off camera there. Okay, that might be enough. And I'm just going to grab my flat nose pliers again. And I'm just going to, one wire at a time, I'm just going to bring that around. This might be the fiddliest part to do, trying to keep the ring shaped. And I mean, it just doesn't matter if it gets a little bit out of shape, but you don't want it to get massively out of shape. So this can be a little bit fiddly doing this. It's just a matter of trying to find an angle to get in, and it is, I mean, I'm not struggling, but it's harder to do it on camera than when I'm off camera. Okay, just bending that around. Got one down, and then doing the same with the other. Okay, got those two around. I'm just going to trim a little bit more off the inside of those. And then tuck them in. Excuse me. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Just straighten those up a little bit. Okay, so you can do this this part here two ways. On this ring here, I'll just take it off and show you. Where is it? Here. I came up through the back of the ring and over this way. You can see that there. Wait for that to focus. Yeah, so you can do it either way, up to you. I'll pop that back on. Okay, now we need some 24 gauge wire. Now this I've just cut quite a long piece here. It's a bit hard to try and measure it actually. Let me see how I go here. This is just going to be a rough estimation. It's about 24.5 inches, which is about 62 centimeters. So just roughly, you might not need that much. It's just, it just depends. I always just cut off a little bit more than I think I'm going to need. So, okay, now we're going to start to wire wrap this. So I come down in between these two on this side here. And I'm just going to wrap that over for a second so I've got something to hold on to. And I'm just going to do a couple of wraps. I've been debating all morning whether to do this video or not, because it's not hard to do by any means, but I was just worried about how I was going to go with it, trying to do it under the camera, but we'll see. Okay, so I've got one going there. It's two. I'm just pulling them closer together. And I'm just going to go up and over and through. Oops, got caught there. And then through again. And then through the center again. And then just tidy those up. And end this one off. So I'm just going to tuck it through the back there. Get my cutters. And tuck it down. Try to get it in between the two rings there, the two rings of the wire. So it's out of the way and it won't scratch. Okay, from here, we're just going to start wrapping. And this is, I think this is called a basket weave. I'm not sure because I don't do a lot of wire weaving. I just sort of make up, when I do any wire weaving, I just kind of make my own patterns. Anyway, I want to come around there. This big bit of, long bit of wire here is annoying. Try poking it through. I just don't want to get my wire too work hardened. There we go. There we go. So basically what we're doing is just going backwards and forwards across this ring. and I'm not worried about it, you know, being tidy, obviously, because it's a Freeform organic wrap anyway that I'm doing. So I'm not trying to get every single one lined up straight or anything like that. Okay, so that's what we've got going so far. These out of the way so maybe my camera will focus better. Is it focusing? Come on, camera, focus. No, it doesn't want to focus today. Okay, that's what we've got going so far anyway, and so I'll come back when I'm coming over to this side over here. All right, see you soon. Okay, back. So I've come over to the other side here, so I'm just going to finish off. Just going to wrap through a couple of times. So basically what I was just doing was just weaving in and out, like going through, under, wrap around, come back, through, under, wrap around, like that, all the way across the ring. Just, I think it's called a basket weave or a figure of 8, something like that, I'm not sure. Okay, now I'm just going to snip that off. And tuck it in. Okay, that's nice and smooth. So that's what it looks like so far. You could actually even leave your ring like that. That's quite a nice looking ring as it is. Just won't put it all the way on because I haven't finished reshaping it yet. But what we're going to do is we're just going to grab our flat nose or bent nose, whatever pliers you want to use, and we're just going to give those wires a little bit of a twist in there. Just get my bent nose so I can get in a little bit better. Just giving them a twist here and there. Just to make it a little more interesting. So you could even wear it like that. That looks quite nice like that on its own. Okay, so we've got that far. We're just going to grab our, just going to see how our size is going. So it's shrunk a little bit there. So this is quite a good ring. You can push it down, back down to the 8. There it is there. So it's a very easy ring to resize. I'm going to pop it on my metal mandrel now, down to where the size would be without pushing it any further than necessary. And then with my rubber hammer, I'm just going to strengthen it and also reshape the back of that ring, because the plastic mallet has this divot in it, so it kind of gives you a bit of a flat back, which is not a bad thing because the finger's not exactly round anyway. And I'm also going to give this a bit of a tap just to harden up those wires. Okay, I'm just going to check the size on that again. There we go. It's right on the 8. So that's perfect. Okay, now we're going to grab, I've got it, if I can get it here, pick it up. I've got a little, these are, I forgot what these are like, but they're a shell pearl type bead. It's, I'll give you the measurement on it. Yeah, it's pretty much 1 centimetre. Well, you don't need to know that in inches because you buy your beads in centimetres and millimetres anyway. Okay, so we're going to thread that on to a piece of 22 gauge wire, and it's just a small piece, so you don't need a very long piece. It's just got to basically fit across your ring and be able to wrap back around again. So even that's too long, but it doesn't matter, it just gives you a bit more wire to hold on to. So I'm going to grab my piece of 24 gauge wire, and you don't need a lot of this either. Take that off for a sec. And we're just going to get this 24 gauge wrapped on. That is a terrible wrap. I shouldn't have expected anything better the way my videos have been going lately. Okay, I'm not going to tap this down too hard at the moment because I might have to move it along my wire. There we go. I'm going to pop my bead back on. Excuse me. Okay, we're just going to do a, what's it called? Herringbone. So I'm just going to do a few. I've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, this makes the third one on this side. Push that one down a bit. Stop it there for a sec, and I just want to see on my ring how that's fitting. That looks pretty perfect to me. So that was 3 wraps. I'm just going to finish that off with 2 wraps. I'll cut my wire off, tap it down. There we go. Don't worry about what the back of it looks like. No one's going to see that. Anyway, so I'm going lengthways on this one. You go that way if you want to. Totally up to you how you do it. If you go that way, then come down. You probably need a little bit longer wire than this. Come down in between those wires and wrap around once. Come back up, bring it, and then come down between these 2 wires and wrap it around. So I'm going this way on this one. So So I just need my pliers here. I can cut some of this off because it's way too long. I want to get maybe 2 wraps. You could go 1 if you want, it's up to you. 1 wrap, 2 wraps, whichever. Just find a little gap to bring it up in there. Oops, not through there. This is where I need my magnifying light. I think I've got it right there. No, it's still coming up between it. There we go. It's terrible to get older and not be able to see the way you used to be able to. Drives me insane. It's not sitting where I want it to sit. Doesn't matter. What I'm going to do is make a little gap by pushing my wires across that way. I'll do the same thing on the other side while I'm here so I can line it up. There we go, that looks pretty right to me, hopefully. I'm just going to cut that little bit off. And tuck this down. Okay, that's one side locked in. Now I need to make that gap again, it's moved. There we go. I also want to move these down a little bit. These wraps on that. There we go. I'll cut some of this off. It's coming up between my herringbone wraps there. I don't want it to. Come on. There you go. Just make sure I've got that straight. Piece off again. Tuck it down. I'm just reinforcing those now. Popping in any little bits that pop up like that. Okay, that's pretty much it. Just check our size again. Yep, it's down on the 8. Okay, and then what else I like to do, I'll pop it back on the metal one. Grab my rubber hammer, and with the black side of it, it's a bit softer than the yellow side. Oh, wrong side. I'm just going to go around that gently. Just knock that down a little bit, it's not quite sitting. I didn't line it up very well. Okay, and that's our ring. Once it's patinaed, that will look absolutely beautiful. That's what it looks like on. So I hope you all enjoyed that video. If you did, please give me a like down the bottom, and leave me a comment if you have any questions. As I said, you can do them in different shapes, the oval, the square, different size beads, little ones, bigger ones, like that. Just use your imagination with it. It's an easy design. I'm working on another one at the moment using some, instead of the herringbone, a macrame. So if I get that finished and I like it, I'll let you all have a look at that. Okay, everybody, thanks a lot for joining me today. Everybody have a good one, and I'll catch you all in the next video. All right, everybody, bye.